Hello, my name is Joel Clemens, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create volumes and configure and manage them. So first thing we're going to do is I've already created my 4 hard drives. So to get to those, we're going to hit Computer Management, and then we're going to go to Disk Management. Wait for that to load. And as you can see, we have 4 uh, hard drives with on a unallocated space. So to bring these online, we're going to bring one online right now. We're going to hit online. And I already have these set to a GPT, but if you wanted to convert it to an MBR, you just right click and hit MBR. And if you were in MBR, same thing, vice versa. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create just a simple volume. We're going to hit next, and we're only going to put it as 5,000 megabytes, 5 gigs. We're going to assign we'll assign E to it, that's fine. You can do that whatever you want. Perform quick format and finish. And as you can see, we have our new volume right here. And if we go to documents, you can see that we have a volume here. Alright, so we're going to extend it by 4 gigabytes. So we're going to right click, hit extend volume. We have disk 1 selected, and we're going to extend it by another 5 gigabytes. Or excuse me, another 4 gigabytes. And there we go. Now it's 8.79 gigabytes. And now to shrink the volume, do the same thing. We're going to shrink it by 2, and it's just as easy as that. So now we're going to extend this volume onto another drive to make it a span volume. So first thing we got to do is we got to bring this one online. And we're going to hit extend volume. Okay, so now we're going to add disk 2. We're going to take out disk 1 and put 5,000 megabytes onto this disk. Yes. And as you can see, we have our one volume spanned onto 2 drives. And now we're gonna delete that. If we delete the volume on this disk, it's gonna delete it on both because it's one volume. Now we're gonna create a mirrored volume, and we're gonna span this across 2 disks. And we're gonna use all the space we can, so we'll leave it at 10 gigs there. Oh, make sure we hit perform quick format because it's a lot faster. Yes. And we have a new volume taking up both of them. Now, we're going to see what happens if we were to break the mirrored volume. Now, if we do that, you can see that it's going to create 2 different volumes now. So now we have E volume and F volume. So we'll delete those. And now we're going to create a RAID 5 volume. We're going to bring the third one online because we're going to use 3 disks for this. We're going to do new RAID 5. We're going to add both of these. We're going to use all the space we can. So, once again, 10 gigabytes. Perform quick format. Hit finish. Okay, so now we have a RAID 5 volume taking up 3 disks. Now we can't extend or shrink these because we're using the entire space in all 3 of them. Okay, so we're going to delete the RAID 5 volume. Yes. And we're back to having 3 drives with unallocated space. Now we're going to talk about storage pools. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create one. So we went to server manager, we went to our volumes, and then we've hit storage pools here. And to create one, we're going to right click primordial, and we're going to hit new storage pool. Hit next, and now we're going to name it. I'm just going to name it storage pool. And we're only going to use the first 3 hard disks. Alright. Close on that. Now we're going to create a virtual drive. So to do that, we need to right click storage pool, hit new virtual disk. Next. And we'll just name it disk. And we're going to make it a mirror layout. And hit thin provisioning. And we're going to make this 5 gigs. Okay, so if we look, just close that. If we look in our computer management, we go to disk management, you're going to see that we only have 2 hard disks now. We have 4 and 5. Now, 5 is all of our is hard disk 1, 2, and 3. It's those 3 combined into a storage pool. Now, the reason we see 4 and not any of the other ones is because that's the only one we didn't use in the pool. Now we're going to extend the size of our mirror disk here. So we're going to hit extend virtual disk, and we're going to make it 10 gigabytes now. Okay, so as you can see, the capacity is now 10 gigabytes. Now if we look at the properties of the mirror, we get to see things like capacity, the allocated space, the name of it, the health of it. We can see which disks are in it, and that sort of thing. Okay, so now we're going to detach this mirror. Now you have to do that before you can delete this virtual hard disk. So if we detach this, we hit computer management, go to disk management. You can see that we no longer see disk 5, right? Because it's still in the pool, but there's no volume for it. And we're just gonna delete this virtual disk. Okay, now we're gonna make a parity drive. So same thing here. We're gonna name a disk again. Hit next, but we're gonna hit parity on the layout this time, and we're still gonna use thin provisioning. We're gonna make it 5 gigs again, and we'll hit create. Now we didn't have to select how many drives we wanted to use because it automatically uses all the drives it can, and since there was only 3 in the storage pool, it used all of them. Now we're going to create a volume on this parity drive. So we're going to hit new volume. Next. Make sure disk 5 is selected. And we're going to make it right there. Okay, and put create on that. So we made our volume, and now we're going to extend this disk to 50 gigs. So we're going to extend virtual disk to 50 gigs. Now, it's going to let us do that even though our capacity is 27 gigs. Now, we cannot shrink the size of a RAID drive. We can only extend the size. To shrink it, we'd have to create a new one. And now we're going to add the fourth disk to the pool. So we're going to add physical disk. Well, this is the only one left. We have physical disk 4. I'm going to select it and hit OK. So you can see that increased our capacity to 37 gigs. And now we're going to delete the RAID virtual disk. So we got to detach it first, and then hit delete. And now we're going to create another parity disk. We're going to name it disk again. We'll make it parity. Thin provisioning. And we're going to make it 16 gigs this time. Wait for that to create. Now we're going to create a volume on this disk. So we're going to hit new volume, disk 5. And we're going to make it the maximum, which is 16.4 gigs right now. Hit create. Now I'm going to show you how to delete the parity drive and the storage pool using PowerShell. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the virtual disk. So we're first going to type get virtual disk. Now we can see our name was disk here. The parity has a 16 gigabyte size, so that's definitely the virtual disk we made. So we're going to type remove virtual disk, friendly name, and then the name was disk. And we're going to hit yes, which is Y. And if we type get virtual disk, as you can see, our disk was not there. We're going to type remove storage pool, friendly name, storage pool. And now we're going to hit yes. So, as you can see, there's some red stuff here. And what I realized is that you cannot name your storage pool storage space pool. For some reason, PowerShell doesn't like that. It wouldn't recognize it. So I had to change the name. I just got rid of the space and put it as storage pool. So now if we type get storage pool, you'll see that our storage pool is gone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.